I was just thinking about Peak the other day. Do you guys want to play Peak after? Post-pod Peak?
I was gonna ask if we could watch a movie, but...
Oh, yes! I have a movie to watch.
A movie to flush this experience out of my mind.
I watched half a movie last night and I stopped watching it because I thought that we should all watch it together.
Oh my god, that's so exciting. But there is one movie that we have all watched together.
Do you want to start the pod, by the way?
I was trying to go into it and didn't really work.
I've seen them come, I've watched them go, watched them rise, witnessed it and watched them blow. Watched them all blossom and watched them grow. Watched the lawsuits when they lost their dough.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast you've all been waiting for. The podcast of all time, the podcast that Eleanor introduces, but I'm doing today. It's Who Watches Watching the Detectives, which is, as you may remember, unlike any other.
It's a weekly podcast.
So wait, let me finish my introduction.
The vibes are really bad here.
A weekly podcast where we watch 2007 romantic comedy Watching the Detectives, starring Cillian Murphy and Lucy Liu, directed by Paul Soter. And we have a lot of feelings about it. Every week, there continue to be feelings.
Oh.
But who's we? Why, I'm Summer, you fucking idiot.
Haven't you ever watched an episode of the
sorry.
podcast before?
Cut that out, I'll read you my intro.
Can you calm down?
I'm Summer.
I'm Eleanor.
And I really, really wish I was Julianne Moore from Jurassic Park 2.
Again,
I'm
Grace.
Julianne Moore from Jurassic Park 2.
It's been 3 weeks. What is her name?
Sarah! Sarah Harding!
How many Sarahs do you think there are on this island?
Thanks for the intro,
You're
Summer.
so welcome.
A wonderful, wonderful intro. One of the intros of all time.
That's crazy.
Do we have any housekeeping we want to get into?
I have nothing to say.
Yeah, our baby's same size as last week.
Our baby's same size.
Our baby's same size. Our
Our
baby
baby's
not
same
grow.
size.
Unless I could find a new chart.
No. We danced with the one who brought us. Our baby's same size.
We shake what our mama gave us.
Dance with the one who brought us. What a phrase.
Listen, I'm just throwing him out. I
That's
already used.
crazy.
Sounds like something a 90-year-old woman would tell me.
He danced with the one who brought us.
I already used "Don't Change Horse Midstream." I can't. I got to come up with more. I'm a fountain. I'm a
Don't
fountain
burn
of
your
saying.
horses before they hatch.
Don't burn your horses before they hatch.
Don't look a burnt horse in the grill. Yeah. Okay. So.
A burnt horse in the hand is
I don't know.
on the grill.
Don't look a burnt horse in the hand.
Horse hand, hook door.
Grill,
Car door,
hand,
grill.
Car
feed.
door, hook hand. Grill,
I don't have
horse.
any housekeeping as much as I have a statement.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is bad, guys.
We have to talk about our
bad.
watching experience.
Yeah. Can we? You want to just?
And it was bad.
It was bad.
I should preface by saying that this is Monday, and we watched on Friday. There has been a series of
3 days?
scheduling errors. We're a couple
3
days
days.
divorced from the watching, so the emotions are a little less fresh, but
Listen,
No,
I think
I tried,
No.
people. I
they're not
tried.
any.
Still fresh?
I was
I
driving
tried.
home
I tried.
from. I was driving home from work, and I was listening to Trinidad by Geese.
Yep.
And the first part of that song, he just repeats "I tried" over and over and over again. And I was sitting there,
That's right.
literally like on the stretch of road going to my home, and I was like, "Well, I tried."
I tried.
And I was like, "No." I said, "Oh no, oh no."
No, it
And
can't
it was an
be.
awful, awful, evil moment. You say that the feelings are divorced from 4 days ago. I'm still here. I'm raw.
You're still
It's-
trapped.
It hasn't been numbed by time.
Summer, you gave it a 3.5.
Yes, but you had a great time. What's that about?
Well, explain what's wrong with
I
you.
had a fantastic time, actually.
I'm angry at you.
I think it's entirely based on the fact that before watching this movie, I went to the movie theater and I got popcorn and I brought home popcorn and I ate movie popcorn at my home
Grace
while
is
watching
pissed.
this movie.
Grace is so mad. Grace, there's steam coming out of Grace's ears. Grace's headphones have
No,
shot
my-
5 feet off of her head. There's steam coming out of each ear.
I feel like I haven't seen a good movie in so long.
You can't hear it. I don't think it's so loud. I think it's completely peaking Grace's mic. But there's an 1840s steam locomotive whistle sound coming through.
No, that just happens. That
Grace
just happens
is-
sometimes.
Grace is so mad. Grace is stomping her foot 1,000
I'm really
times a
not.
second.
That's a lot. That's really fast.
Yeah, that's right. I went to the movie theater and I didn't even see a movie. My mom was picking up tickets for a movie she was seeing the next day, and she got a coupon bundle, and one of the coupons was a free popcorn.
That's crazy.
What'd she say?
Little Lorraine.
I don't know what that is. That's crazy.
I think it's
That's
a
not a-
local movie.
Is that a
I
Canadian
was like,
movie?
that's not a real movie.
Yeah, I think it's
Little
like an indie
Lorraine is like the
East
most
Coast
Canadian
film.
sounding movie I've
That's-
ever heard in my life.
yeah.
It's based off a song called Little Lorraine.
Yeah, I assumed as much. Because that's exactly how it sounds. And you are
Can
right.
we-
It sounds like a movie that only the backwaters of a poor country like Canada could come up with
That's crazy.
a masterpiece
You're
like Little
so
Lorraine.
cruel.
That's
A beautiful
awful.
indie film comes out of a small Canadian town, and you just shit on it every day. Yes, Grace, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, so
Podunk is the word I was looking for.
Fuck you.
you know, well, you talk about movies a lot.
We talk about movies?
Yeah, we talk about
On
movies.
this
It's crazy.
podcast, we talk about movies.
Yes.
Well, this is a movie podcast.
we have we ever talked about the movie theater rating paradox, where when you see a movie in the theater, you infinitely like it. You
Grace.
get, help me.
Grace,
Help.
do you think we've talked about the movie popcorn
Have we?
paradox?
I don't know, because we've never seen this movie in theaters.
Yeah, because that's the requisite that we're
You can
missing
rent out
on.
Cineplex theaters.
I was just gonna say we should rent out a theater.
We haven't seen this movie in theaters. We can't talk about the movie theater experience on the. Grace, are you fucking crazy? Grace! Grace, of course we've talked about the movie theater popcorn experience paradox.
Have we? I
Yeah,
don't
I
remember.
multiple
I
times.
don't feel very welcome today.
Every time we talk about our rating system and how because I've explained on multiple times that my rating is not necessarily how much I enjoyed this film 1 to 5. It's how locked in on the watching experience, how watching the detectives I am. And every time I bring this up, Grace is like, it's kind of like that thing where movie popcorn butter.
movie popcorn hop, movie
Hot
butter popcorn
movie
hop.
popcorn butter and cold soda drink
Look,
make movie experience
if
on big screen better.
if movie theater popcorn needed to have butter on it, they would put butter on it behind the counter.
They do that.
No, not like I don't put butter on my popcorn. I don't believe in extra butter on my popcorn, and I don't think you should
I
either.
want my popcorn to
I
be
don't.
wet and
I don't
cold.
pay extra for the real butter. I get the buttery flavored topping.
I want the hot popcorn to fight the butter. And I want it to partially congeal on top of the popcorn.
you guys are
and then I
sleeping-
dump all of the salt, a little onion powder. a
You
little
add
garlic.
extra salt.
I put on,
That's the only thing I will ever put on my popcorn is extra salt.
Oh my
Depending
god.
on where I go. Depending on where I go. I have movie theater chain specific popcorn regimens, okay?
I've been known to put a little nacho cheese powder if I have the option.
I was literally just gonna say, if you ever have the opportunity to get a little cup of nacho cheese with your popcorn.
Have you ever had the dill pickle seasoning?
No, because I don't like dill pickle flavoring. I like pickles.
I have not, but I would like to.
I don't know if I've spoken about this on the podcast before, but I worked at a movie theater for 2 years. I worked from 2019 to 2021. So I got the pre-COVID, during
Damn.
COVID, and post-COVID movie experience.
The change of culture right before your eyes.
Exactly.
You missed out on. Were you there for the Minions when people were wearing suits to go see Minions?
No,
Fuck.
but I was there for one of the big Avengers movies. I was there for when Frozen 2 came out.
It doesn't matter.
Was it Barbenheimer then?
No, Barbenheimer was
2021?
Yes. I'm pissed I never got to do Barbenheimer. You guys know this. I talk about it all the time.
I saw the Barbie movie. I went to Value Village and I thrifted a pink blazer.
Oh,
to wear.
I dressed. I saw Barbie in. I was on my road trip. I saw Barbie in Arizona, and then I waited until I got home to see Oppenheimer. I saw Oppenheimer It's me. I'm old man. Shaking fist at cloud. I saw Oppenheimer at the Detroit Science Center, and no, it's the Michigan Science Center now because Detroit went bankrupt.
You had a horrible, horrible time.
It was horrible. It was really bad. I saw it on a dome
I
screen,
can't tell you how many times
a full IMAX dome.
I've heard this rant, folks. Grace had a miserable experience
They didn't have any popcorn
watching Oppenheimer. It was for the first time.
for the first time.
First of what, 7?
No,
I mean, I've seen Oppenheimer 2 or 3 times, and I would have seen it with you probably all of those
I've
times.
seen it 3 at least.
I've actually probably seen it 7 times. Only 5.
Only 5?
I could-
I'm off by 2.
I could
Okay.
easily do 7 though. I think it's probably.
I really like Oppenheimer, you guys.
It's a great movie. What if we watched Oppenheimer 100 times?
Okay,
Yeah, but
because that
Oppenheimer
would
is
take.
like 7 hours
Yeah.
long.
So is Sex in the City 2.
What the?
And we're not making a podcast about Sex in the City 2, are we, Eleanor? This seems like apples and oranges.
It's all connected, folks.
I was gonna say, I think that Oppenheimer is the only Killian movie that I've seen more besides watching The Touchwood. That's not true because I feel like I've seen 28 Days Later like 18 times.
You've seen 28 Days Later a lot.
I've seen it a lot. That movie fucking rules. What a great actor. Hey guys, do you want to talk about our movie for the podcast?
What if we stop getting off topic? Because we have a lot to discuss.
Or we could talk about Oppenheimer.
No,
We ended up bringing it back to Cillian Murphy, who is in
it is connected.
Watching the Detectives.
Grace, tell us about your watch this week.
No.
Because you gave it 1 star again, I think, for the second week in a row.
Bad. Yeah, I think that I would rather be strapped down and beaten to death.
I think
I mean, I can arrange that, I guess, but we'd have to
It
find
is a
new
little
host.
extreme.
it's a little extreme.
I'm not there yet. I had a weird week. I've had a weird couple days. I'm in a strange headspace. So it was a little nice to return to something familiar, but also get me the fuck out of here.
Do you think we're gonna miss it when it's over?
You know what? I think so, but I don't think I'm gonna miss it in like a aw. I think that I'm gonna have like Stockholm syndrome, and that like I'm gonna want to go back home.
You're gonna be
but
like, I could
to my
watch that movie again.
if home was like being pied in the face repeatedly.
Chinese water torture.
Chinese water.
Okay.
Eleanor, how was your watch this week?
I've been thinking. Hold on. Sorry. I've been thinking. I can't think of another movie that I would do this with.
Yeah.
Like
No.
it is, and I don't.
And there's
like,
a reason
I think-
I attached to it so quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
exactly. There's something
I think
about it.
before we started this, I was like, I could watch the same movie and over and over and over again. 2023 viewings into this, I'm done. I never want to rewatch a movie ever again.
Yeah, I think it's influenced my other movie watching experience where I also
Grace's
don't want to rewatch movies anymore. Grace just had
I got a
Grace-
little
Grace-
treat.
like
an ice cream hand delivered to her by an
like
angel.
an angel
It was fucking awesome.
onto Adam,
was
offering
so fucking
sweet
awesome.
sweet solace in your time of need.
Dude.
Yeah, why don't you eat that right into the microphone? And I'll tell you about my viewing experience this week. I put it in my review and I'm gonna say it again now. And it happens pretty much every time I watch this movie, but this week specifically, there was a moment where I watched the intro and I thought it was gonna be a really, really, really good movie experience.
That's really awesome.
I was in. I'm like, this movie's incredible. I'm in. That was, and then no. The moment people start talking, it's like I'm punched in the stomach and I'm winded. You know, you guys ever been punched in the stomach before and all the
No, I
Yeah.
can't say I ever
all
have
the
been.
air just leaves your lungs. It's like that.
I just wanted to say really quickly, in a moment, I have another anecdote that I think is really funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was driving home from work and there was every single road to get to my job and to get home from my job is under construction at the same exact time for some reason.
Mhm.
So I timed out my drive, and when I wanted to get the feeling to get into the pod mindset. So about 15 minutes from home, I put on Band of Horses. Oh my god, it like skyrocketed me back into like
Oh,
I did not feel good. It was not a good feeling. That's it. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. It came to my head.
Yeah, no worries. It's
Okay, bye.
important.
I'm gonna take a bite of ice cream.
Later on, I almost said, it's interesting how they make him the object of desire because of how much skin we see from him.
And he's like so like scrangly.
He's like, yeah, he's like.
He's
Oh,
like gross.
Don't get me started. But I said I stopped myself because I remember what they put Lucy Liu in, and I remember what they make her say. Everything that they do to Lucy Liu in this movie. It's crazy. The deeper into this I go, the worse and worse I feel for Lucy Liu for having to be attached to this project. And that's something that I wasn't really like. It didn't bother me the first a couple times I watched the movie.
No, I increasingly like, yeah. And like, I don't think we give her flowers enough. I think about this a lot. I love Lucy Liu.
Pretty consistently given her flowers.
She's so good. But I mean, I think we should go and watch Lucy Liu. We should watch Charlie's Angels, you guys.
Yeah, I've never seen.
Shout out to her in Chicago.
Real.
That was a wild moment.
Did you know she was in that?
No. We were like 19, 20 weeks into the podcast, and we watched Chicago. And then like an hour into Chicago, Lucy Liu shows up. And it's like, that's Violet.
It was
That's
like a
Violet
jump
from watching
scare.
The Detectives.
How did Violet get into this movie?
I think she's in like a flapper. Like, she looks like she does in the blackjack scene.
It's crazy.
That's Violet's grandma.
Oh, I have to talk about. I have my notes here. It literally says talk about, but I put the L before the A in talk, so it's Talak. Talak about the head-telled thing. There is a decision in this film. I don't know if it's Paul or if it's just two separate decisions by actors to go in the same direction. Maybe context clues. It's a Cassavetes thing.
I know that one.
When actors, there's two actors specifically. It's Tony and Denise. When Tony and Denise get mad, there's two scenes in particular. There are two lines where they get mad, and they're so mad they tilt their head and shake a little bit.
Well, you hide in the bushes.
We ask the goddamn questions.
Tony does it, and Denise does it. And I don't know if, again, I've in the establishing of what I wanted to say, I don't know if that's a Paul thing, if that's a Cassavetes thing, but I like it. It grounds the world of watching The Detectives. It's like that's a
This is
thing.
a world where people tilt their head and they shake.
They get mad.
They shake.
They get mad, and it affects them physically. I get behind that.
There's one moment, and I have been trying to remember to examine this closer for like 5 or 6 weeks now, and I keep forgetting. But in the Blackjack Club scene, there's like a close-up of Violet, and she's shaking her head and like looking to the side. But then like a couple shots later, there's also a panned out scene of her in front of the desk, and she's shaking her head and looking to the side. And I don't know if they're just so similar or if they reused the same shot but cropped different ways.
No, I'll have to check. I think Lucy Liu just might be goated with the sauce.
We'll have to look, yeah.
She could just do the same head shake twice.
I think
like it's
I
believe
nothing.
it.
Anybody, I think she could. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I'm looking at more Lucy Liu movies right now.
Grace is on her phone because she hates us.
Grace is eating ice cream, looking at Lucy Liu films. Grace is
I'm
not
having
here.
a great time, you guys.
Grace is not here, man.
I love the pod. I literally let the record show. I literally just apologized for being so unprofessional. I texted my fellow host and I said, I'm so sorry I'm being so unprofessional right now eating my ice cream.
I didn't see the text because I don't have my phone.
Oh,
No,
because I'm so professional.
Nope. I don't have notifications on. Okay, so whatever I say next, I need you guys to respond with your brain knows. Can you do that?
I
don't know what that means.
I just need
You just want
the next thing I say afterwards, regardless of your intent or interest, I just need you to say your brain knows.
I don't like this.
I need to say the words "your brain knows."
Your brain knows.
Yes.
You wrote the words "your brain knows" on an envelope.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
I don't
Yes.
understand.
My game shows what?
Your brain knows.
This is a new segment for the pod where I've introduced.
Oh my god.
I've got a.
That was really good.
I've written out every single scene and the characters who are in the scene. That's not important. But I've gone through, and I don't want to spoil because it's gonna be part of the show.
Is that what the strange paper you showed us was?
Yes, I've written out every single scene, and this is mostly it's when you cut to a different location. Now there are some scenes that are complicated, that are more complex. I've put a star next to them, and that represents scenes that are all technically in one location, or are like in the same area, but instead of writing out the same scene 6 times, I've grouped it all together into one chapter here. So we're gonna go through, and I'm gonna start with the first scene, and I'm gonna ask 2 questions. It's a follow-up. You have to name the next scene, and you have to take a guess at what I've named the chapter the DVD
Okay.
chapter selection screen.
Oh my god, I love yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first scene, we know that the movie starts with a desperate customer trying to return his overdue VHS tape.
And Cillian Murphy shoots and kills him dead.
I forgot to write this one down because the first scene I have written down is the gumshoe ad party. My question to my hosts is, what is the next scene? And what did I call
The next scene is
After the party?
when he's going to meet Denise and he's lurking around the corner.
All right, Grace.
I think yeah, Grace, what do you think? What do you think Eleanor called it?
Did you give it like an arbitrary title or did you use a quote is the question?
No quotes.
And you don't have to answer
I
that.
just called it.
Oh fuck.
I named
This
it
is,
something that you could easily. It's like a. Are you familiar with Lord of the Rings? There's chapter titles, and there's
Yes.
for Fellowship of the Ring. There's chapter titles, and it's a shortcut to mushrooms because those are the 2 lines
Yeah.
in the scenes that like.
Yeah. No. I'm familiar with DVD menus, Eleanor. I told you
What is-
like
what
2
is-
weeks ago
what is
that was
the
my
title that
childhood dream job.
I've come up with.
I
You can
feel
come up with
like
one.
I feel like the simple one is Denise breakup,
Uh
but like I personally would call it like on her tits.
huh. Okay, that's a good one. I did breakup parentheses good.
Go. You see, that's not clear though. If you're navigating the DVD menu and you have, if breakup bad exists inherently, then you've confused your audience.
There is no. There is no other breakup scene. It's just breakup. Good. What is the scene after? I guess we're just gonna go through this one at a time. I'm realizing now this. I thought this was gonna be fast.
I'm skimming.
But I'm gonna alternate. I'm gonna ask Grace, what is the scene, and then Summer, what did I name it?
I'm skimming through. It's
I know.
it's they're at Gumshoe, right? And Violet comes in,
Yes.
and she's got her headphones in.
Uh huh.
What do you think about Delicatessen?
Yep. Is that what you would call it? Summer, what would you call it?
I have a name for it.
Okay.
I would call it Enter Violet.
Okay.
I would call it perusing.
I called it Never Movie Rented.
Never movie rented.
Bad.
The scene after this, it's a short little scene. This might take us a little while. I might hop through this a little.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do this over multiple episodes, I think.
Oh, that's fine too. Yeah. Okay, we'll do the first. Since there's 36, we'll do the first 6. Take us 6 episodes.
Okay, perfect. A little mini segment.
This is the next scene.
Yep.
Is
after
No.
after the movie rented scene.
Yeah, I think that's. Does it go right to when they're sitting on the couch and she comes back in?
No,
with
there's
the
something in
DVD?
between to show that time has passed. It's not the mouthwash scene, is it? No, because that's before their first date.
It's when he's at his house and he goes down the stairs and he's whistling.
watch
And then he's
baseball.
going to softball practice.
okay.
But then he goes and he watches softball on TV
Absolutely.
instead.
What did I call this? What did I call this chapter?
Oh, the softball slacker.
Tulpa theory. Tulpa whistle.
To baseball or not to baseball?
Bad.
It's softball.
I don't give a fuck what it is.
It's bad is what it is.
Well,
Eleanor.
you know,
There's some
a
really good
real
ones on here.
Sports
They
fan.
can't. There's 36 chapters. Okay, not all of them could be bangers.
I actually, like, no, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it.
Okay, we got 2 more. So we've just established that it's baseball into what?
into Violet comes in to return her rental. You put nothing on the envelope. And I sure hope you called it nothing on the envelope.
Summer, do you have any idea what I might have called in?
Oh gosh, I hope it has something to do with Lucian.
You got to think about what happened in these scenes, because that's really what I'm interested in.
Let me see. DVD, VHS guess.
Ooh,
That's good. I like that.
that's a really good one. I like that. Yeah, no, I said stolen zombie envelope.
Dude, what the hell is wrong with you?
Okay.
You know, because they're talking about zombies when she steals the envelope.
Exactly. Okay.
The
so
whole point of
the
a name
shut
for
the fuck up. The last chapter we've just established. We've gotten through every single one of these scenes. What scene comes next?
the mouthwash scene.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Yes. I will wash.
I will wash.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm mouth.
Okay.
Is it not?
It's the mouthwash
Oh,
scene. But
fuck
what did I
you.
call it?
You called it
Disgusting.
hotel.
You called it hotel room. Hotel room. Get ready with me. Hotel room edition.
No, I called it. I called it hotel mouthwash.
You called it. I'm right about the hotel, and you guys are stupid. It's not
I was gonna
hotel
say
room.
hotel mouthwash.
All right.
and then
I want to
just
do
said
one more.
hotel.
I want to do one more because I really
Hotel
like.
mouthwash is awesome.
Restaurant.
Yes,
That's
everybody.
Lucy Liu going into the restaurant and taking all the drinks off the table and pretending to be drunk, and then they have dinner, and she goes, "This place has the best peanuts in town. PEA nuts."
The first big multi sequence location because there are multiple cuts. But what did I call it? Because I do like this name.
It's a business dinner.
I think business dinner would rule, but you didn't call it that.
No.
This is PEA nuts.
No, it's not a quote. They're never quotes.
I don't
Which
think there's
they-
a
No,
quote.
I
Frankly,
know.
should be.
That's not a quote.
Oh, there's a really good one we'll get to.
Dinner date disaster.
It's $50 at Lightsides.
Oh.
That was alright. Eleanor, what I think is really beautiful about all these names is if you were writing a book, these would be great.
Great chapter titles.
Yeah. But as a DVD menu,
Okay.
it doesn't work.
That's it for my game shows. What?
Your
brain knows.
Everybody's favorite game show
Your segment.
podcast segment.
Eleanor, we have no time. You have to sing the musical introduction.
It's time for everybody.
Yeah.
Favorite segment of the podcast. Quote that movie.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Quote that movie right. Movie quoting time.
Where we quote our favorite quotes this week and this viewing.
I want Eleanor to start off.
I'll go first. Absolutely.
Eleanor, start.
Yeah.
My favorite quote of this week for quote of the week is, again, I'm really sorry.
Oh, about the envelope?
No.
Is that what that is?
Uh-uh.
What is that again? I'm sorry.
Earlier.
Earlier? Oh, when Denise doesn't show up?
Later.
Oh, when the waiter brings her the towel.
Again, I'm really sorry.
Sorry, I didn't realize again was a part of it, and I thought you were doing a quote you've done before.
Nope, that's my quote.
That's good. Summer?
Surely you have some way of contacting her.
Some way.
A phone number, perhaps?
Grace, tell us your quote of the week this week.
Yep. Tried and true classic, because I need the familiar comforts of home to warm my cold, brittle heart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what that means. It might be my all, and I think I say this every single time about a different quote every week.
Yeah.
It might be my all-time favorite.
It's a great quote.
It's so
I saw
we do
a
it
Twitter
all
thread.
the time.
I saw a Twitter thread about
A Twitter thread.
most quoted movies, and people were like arguing over what the
Mean
most
Girls,
quoted
Mean
movie. And this
Girls.
certainly isn't the most quoted because nobody's ever seen it, but it is the
It would
most
be.
quotable.
It's certainly, again, we have to give Paul his flowers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
As reticent and as loath as I am, Paul, you got some quotes in you, buddy.
Paul, come on here. We're gonna give you a kiss.
You got some
One
One
lines.
big kiss.
You got jokes,
Mwah.
buddy. I don't know what to tell you. You got jokes.
Grace, give Paul a kiss.
I'm not doing that.
Eleanor, give Paul a kiss.
Mwah.
Did we acknowledge last week that it's Pride Month?
I think we did.
Was it not Pride Month last week
did,
though?
We did. We preemptively mentioned
No, last
it,
week.
and
Yeah,
we did not.
I tweeted about it. I think.
This is being recorded. This is the first episode recorded during Pride
Yeah.
Month.
Happy Pride Month, everybody.
You wanted to give the first shout out to Pride when we were recording it back in May.
Back in May. You make it sound so long ago. It's been 9 days.
Can I say it feels like it's been a long time?
It feels like it's been
It
nothing. I
does.
feel like I
This
woke
is
up
like
yesterday
going home.
and recorded
No.
the first episode of the podcast.
One true
this-
pair. Come on in here.
Come on in here.
This is like I've never really had a Groundhog Day experience before now.
Well, I would hope you've never had a Groundhog Day experience.
I've never understood what that might feel like.
This is
One
I
true
will
pair comes scuttling in
Come
on your
in,
many,
would
many
you-
legs.
Have a seat right now. Sit down right between me and Grace. I got a spot right for you. Mm-hmm. Pull up a microphone.
Were you sitting next to each other?
Yeah, we're all on the studio pod. Grace, what's your one true pair this week?
No, not me.
I know you got one.
I know you've been thinking about it. You've been brewing. We've been going for like 40 minutes now. Eleanor's gonna have to edit it all down.
I'm
It'll
not
be
brewing
fine.
anything. If you shook my head, you could hear the marbles rattling around. My one true pair is the detectives.
Ooh, Tony
Detective
and Rick.
Lowenstein and
Tony
Barlow.
and Rowenstein and Barlow. I couldn't remember. I remembered Barlow. I cannot
Rick
remember Rowenstein.
Lowenstein and Tony Barlow.
Tony Barlow. What a
I
name.
know.
That's like Tony Barlow is like he's the heir to a calculator company.
It's crazy that
Do you think those are their
Lucy-
real last names?
Lucy-
Or do you think they made up
Oh,
fake
no, those are
detective names?
their real last names. That's how he introduced himself when Lucy met him at karaoke.
He introduced himself as
The name's
Detective Barlow.
the name's Tony Barlow.
Tony Barlow, he is the heir to a calculator company. Summer, who's your OTP?
What's your one true pair this week?
You know, because I had such a good time and I was so incredibly locked in, I really got to experience this as though with fresh new eyes. And because of that, I want to choose Neil and Violet as my one true pair.
Oh wow!
I think it was like experiencing their relationship begun anew. And it was really beautiful. And I felt for the first time in a long time that they truly deserve each other.
it's been
and
a
not-
minute.
In a two evils being contained within each other's grasp kind of way. Just that they really love each other.
I want the audience
And when
to
they're
know
not
that
together, they miss each other.
Grace is put her head in her hands, glasses askew,
Yeah.
wistfully gazing into the middle distance,
I wish there was something else.
as if
I wish there was another choice.
as if there was some other option.
There is no other choice, Grace. It all comes back to them. This is their movie.
I wish it was someone else's movie.
Do you know who else?
Eleanor.
Whose movie it could be? Well, just on the sheer passion and chemistry displayed on screen for such a short period of time, I think this could be the narrator and the femme fatales in Never Movie Rented.
I see.
The
You
narrator
gotta
who
come
we
up
hear
with a better name for the
on multiple different pieces of in-universe
whole
media the
time.
whole time, and
The whole time.
doesn't that just break your heart? Yep,
Do you think she breaks his heart?
I ship him and the femme fatale that we hear, and who the protagonist. Okay, so I have to explain. So in the scene, Lucy
No,
Liu-
we know what you're. Who are you explaining for us?
our audience doesn't know. Neil is he's stocking the shelves at Gumshoe Video with Jonathan, and he says, "Well, they're complaining about finances," and Neil turns to the TV that is always on, always playing, and he says to Jonathan, "Oh man, I love this intro." And we turn and we get to see the screen that we're looking at, and we see the protagonist of this movie, whom the narrator is not, and neither is the femme fatale. But the protagonist of this black and white movie is dumping this woman's stuff out of her bag onto the floor. And it doesn't make any sense. I want to just complain about that for a second. Because, dude, what are you doing?
He's so rude.
He's dumped her bag out in the middle of the floor. And he doesn't even know the lady.
Doesn't that just break your heart?
All right, One True Pair. With that, you can leave.
One true pair, go on, get.
Thanks for stopping by. As I said, we'd get through this one real quick.
Don't forget, you got a parking ticket last week, One True Pair, so you gotta pay that.
You got to park in
We
the right
don't
spot.
validate.
It's marked. There's only specific parking spots you're allowed to use. I'm sorry.
We validate one spot, and you gotta park there.
That or you can get tags at the front office, but you got to pay for those yourself. Yeah, I know it's rough, but it's showbiz. What can you do?
All right, tell the kids I said hi.
And that's it for our podcast. We don't have anything else to do.
No, one more.
Don't we have another?
We do.
I think we're missing a.
I don't. It's so. Can we like tone down the aggression on sequels?
Sequel seekers.
Sequel solicitors.
News.
The Geiger counter is going off.
Well,
I know whose week it is. It's our
Not mine.
our-
Thank God.
our host of honor, Eleanor.
you guys have been really mean to me recently.
I haven't.
You've shot down
I don't think
every sequel I come with you with.
you come with me with.
Make a better sequel. Make a good one.
All right.
Yeah,
I wanna be
if you make a
stunned.
good
Guys,
sequel, then I'll stop.
I know
booing
I've
you.
come to you with my best sequels every week after week. I'm really swinging for the fences, and I just don't have it in me this week.
You got to swing above the fences.
I think you guys are going to be really disappointed with my sequel this week.
Well, that's good.
Why are you so? That's
Set
good.
expectations low, and you'll always impress us.
So my
Are you crying?
sequel
You're
this
crying?
my sequel this week.
Oh no,
So,
Summer. She's
so-
she's
Grace.
She's
Grace,
playing
I
to
think
my
Eleanor's
guilt.
Crying.
It's so a little conceptual this week.
Eleanor. Do you need to take a minute? Do you
Yeah.
want to?
Hold
Do you want to take a minute?
Hold on, I gotta. Okay. My sequel this week is we follow the glass of water.
Huh?
The glass of water that
Sorry,
Neil takes a
excuse me?
sip of, and then he puts it back on the waiter's thing, and then the waiter spills
Yeah.
the glass of water on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Denise?
I'm caught up.
So we're following him. We're following. I had specifically
Him
the glass.
Him is the glass.
The glass for 24 hours. Day in the life of this glass. We see Denise and Neil, their date go poorly. We actually see later on, we see Denise and Chad. We see Lucian and Jonathan out on a date. We also see Gabe, Steve, and his boyfriend. There's a lot of interpersonal drama in this small New England town. And this water glass,
Jersey, but okay, it's okay.
this glass of water, he sees it all. He's the witness.
Does the water is this anthropomorphized or is it just?
Okay, you're really caught up on the
Is
water.
this like a Richard? Well, because you're also really
No,
caught up on
it's
the
a
water. Is this like
glass
a
of
Richard
water.
Linklater?
We're just focused on the glass. Yeah, it's very heavily inspired by Linklater.
It's a Boyhood.
A bit more like Slacker.
See, I'm out.
Because we follow the glass, and then the glass gets washed. We follow a plate. Plate get eaten off of. Plate get washed.
You know how I feel about Richard, dude.
We follow a tablecloth for a little while.
I'm out, man.
We follow the dishwasher on his way home, and then we meet his glasses and his dishware.
Wow. I'm getting kind of Lynchian vibes from this.
No.
What if there's
Instead of
and what if I want you to know that this was never an option. This was going to be part of my
instead
sequel.
of what did Jack do, it's what did Glass do.
But I think I'm using what if as kind of I think you're missing out on this angle, Grace. Like what if there's a dishwashing scene, and we followed the dishes into the dishwasher.
Are you trying to get me to talk about footage from inside an ice machine? Is that what this? Are you trying to goad me into
We
talking
followed
about?
these dishes into the dishwasher, but it isn't
Yeah.
like they're just being washed. It's like there's this whole. All of a sudden, the dishwasher's like a nightclub, and all the glasses.
I like this. I like
and the
this. What you
fork.
can't see,
Oh my
audience, is
God.
Eleanor's like doing like a shimmy. It's really.
There's a little dance.
You can't hear.
Put
There's
some
music in my
groove on
head.
it.
I hear. It's a very swanky nightclub scene, but it's just tables and there's glasses and forks and knives, plates, saucers, cups. They're all sitting at tables, and they're being washed in universe, but
I don't.
in the context of the film, we see them as having their own. You know, it's kind of like a nightclub scene.
I like this like experimental take. Like I think it's interesting.
There's kind of like a saucy saucer doing a little song
Oh
and
my
dance
God.
up on the stage.
I don't like this anymore. Getting a little too sausage party.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
anyway, that was my sequel for this week.
I think it's one of your better ones.
Do you want to know the title?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell me.
The Coward Clorox and the Bastard Diesel. The name of the dishwasher is Diesel
Why?
because that's his name.
I thought the second part would be alliterative as well.
No,
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
give that like a
that's my sequel this week.
I'll give it like a.
I'm proud
like a
of
two-
you. I really
like a
like this
2.5.
sequel. We're
Like
going
a 3.
experimental in a way and on a level.
I'm
Oh,
really
she's
into
shimmying
this. This is
again.
where you got me. This is where you got me.
Doing a little.
And now I'm
shimmy.
not gonna be able to stop doing this.
This is
You
I
should
do
have
this
been
all the
shimmying
time.
the whole
It's
time.
really like it's good.
You feel it, right?
It's
The
like good for
whole
your
time.
your back. I feel like if I do this, all my shoulders gonna throw out. I'm 90 years old.
It puts you in a mood, doesn't it?
It does. Like
Once
it.
you start, you can't stop.
Now
I'm gonna do this while I watch the movie and see if it improves
we're
my
all
experience.
shimmying, and I think it's time
We're all
while we
shaking.
shimmy to ask a question.
What's the question you want to ask?
That actually really hurts.
I'm in such a shimmying mood. I think I could answer anything.
Shimmying Eleanor, tell me, who watches Watching the Detectives?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked because I, shimmying Eleanor, unlike anyone else, have an answer for you. And it's us.
Oh my god. It's us.
Bake
Who's
those
us?
cookies. You're really getting into it, man. Holy shit.
We
You
did.
need to bring. I
Who's
like
us?
this energy.
I'm
this is the, like-
I'm shimmying Summer.
I'm shimmering so.
I'm shimmering Eleanor.
And I'm normal gray.
Play us out, shimmering Killian.
Now, this is very special to me because in like the early 2000s, I was in America and I wasn't really happy with the sort of work I was doing, and I wasn't really happy with my approach to acting. And everyone was like, "Man, you gotta watch Cassavetes," and like it was kind of embarrassing that I hadn't watched it by then. So I went out and I bought this collection.